Get up!
No, that was
Good morning. Welcome to Taps and Takes.
Did you recognize that?
What?
Do you recognize my noises?
No, but I was just jonesing with it.
He doesn't know ball.
I don't know ball.
It's Undertale.
Oh, Undertale?
Undertale.
I didn't play Undertale. You know why I didn't play Undertale? I'm going to tell you right now.
Tell me.
After I say we're live, kind of,
We are.
from Groggs Traditional Irish Pub at the northeast corner, Willow Knees. You know where to go. You come here. Know why? Because they have delicious beers.
It's true. They also have great spirits. And I'm not talking ghouls.
Lots of liquors. Okay. And it's nice and cool up in here.
It's not nice and cool. It is cold.
It's cold.
When you were out taking your vape break, I just felt this cold air just come upon me. And I was like, oh, that's that Groggs guarantee right there.
When it's a bazillion degrees outside, we're going to go cool down. That's not in a pool and drink delicious beers. That's right. Groggs Traditional Irish Pub. We got to thank them for allowing us to do taps and takes every single Friday morning. There's a lot to get into today. Now let's get back to Undertale. You know the reason why I didn't play Undertale?
Because you don't have time to play any video game you wish you could play?
That is true, but no. I didn't play Undertale because everyone was like, oh my God, it's so changed my life. It's such an experience. And then like I would watch like playthroughs of it and I'm like, I think it's one of those things that, you know, when certain things enter the zeitgeist, right? And everyone wants to be part of the pack, they kind of have a tendency to give the same kind of, oh, it's so incredible. And you know what? It probably is. Probably deserves every bit of credit that it gets.
Sounds like you're not going to give it any credit.
It's not for me, dude.
Could have just started with that.
It's not for me. And but I don't know if it is as moving as what everyone says it is, or is it just it's popular to be like Undertale is such a visceral experience for my emotions.
I know two things about the game. The music slaps and the bosses are hard as hail. And I think when you have those two, usually pretty good game.
Yeah.
I will say.
I watched some breakdowns, some theory videos on it and stuff like that. And, hey,
and also, Sans, goofy character. You know I love me a good goofy character.
But see, that's my thing, man. I like just looking at him, just kind of like...
Little skeleton bro.
This doesn't look...
Skeleton bro with a little hoodie.
This doesn't look interesting. But, all right. Anywho, Elliot.
What's up?
You have aggregated.
Yeah, because I'm the only one doing damn research.
Okay, true story. Last night at 9 o'clock, I was like, all right, let's get in and do some notes. And I looked at your notes and it was like 17 things. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to do notes because I
do notes.
Why do you do very thorough notes?
You shouldn't be doing notes at 9 p.m. the day before.
Why not?
You should be doing them throughout the week, buddy. Like chipping away, just like how you do open breaks on the pod, which is available now.
Now, we're probably actually doing a live episode right now.
It's live. Now at twitch.tv/the-do-over podcast, recording for Wednesday's episode, and Jess is hosting this week. Now.
Or
put a little twinkle in my teeth when I do that.
Ding, ding. Anyways, Elliot, the thing is that you understand for the first time ever.
For the first time in forever.
You understand the life of a very, very busy man.
Yet I still do my stuff.
You do, and I appreciate
I'm going to do my stuff.
Okay. Anyway, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
I need you to walk me through all of your notes because I haven't seen them yet.
Because I haven't read them. All right. Well, let's start with... It's making a lot of money.
Made $300 million.
316. We're talking about Jurassic World, Craig.
It's Jurassic World Rebirth.
Because they should just call it the Rebirthening at this point. Just make it as dumb sounding and it's still going to work because over 7 days now, $316 million on a $100 million budget. So huge success financially, which means you're going to get more really kind of mid, if not awful, Jurassic Park movies. So congratulations.
Can I say something, though?
Hang on, we're not done yet.
I know, but I just want to interject.
You can.
I feel like putting Scarlett Johansson looking as fine and milfy as she does, because she's a mama and she rocking it.
Mamacita?
Mamacita. Was a good move. She's hella smoking ass hot. And you give her a gun, she's even hotter. Give her a big ass gun fighting dinosaurs. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it, dude.
Well, she's also in it to win it because as of now,
yes,
thanks to the success of Avengers and this movie, Scarlett Johansson is the highest grossing actor ever. Because she's been in so many billion-dollar films. Mm-hmm.
And you know that she probably has like a back-end points deal, right?
For sure.
Like whatever profit comes in, she gets like 2% of the box office. You know who started that? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
GOAT.
Yeah. Oh, or at least that's the first time I ever heard of it. It was like, hey, look, I'll take lower money to make this film, but I get a piece of the profit on the back end. He was one of the first people to do that. And
genius.
This is Robert Downey Jr. made hundreds of millions of dollars by doing that. And look, man, I'm for it. You know what I like about her, Elliot?
What do you like about her?
That she has a great sense of humor. Like you talk about like a perfect celebrity. I think Scarlett Johansson is a perfect celebrity because hear me out. One, fine as hell. Two, a legit actress. Like
correct.
If you see Lost in Translation, her, yeah, you know, she's a legit actress. She's really good. I don't know if I said she's fine as hell, but she's fine as hell.
Yeah,
okay?
you made that a point.
Well, here, let me say it again. She's fine as hell. She went toe-to-toe with Disney when she got screwed out of her money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that Black Widow stuff was gnarly.
Went toe-to-toe with Disney. Okay. She did not marry some like crazy big actor or anything like. She married Colin Jost.
Yeah.
who is
SNL goober.
This goober white guy on SNL. And she can laugh at herself. Like, they do that bit on SNL where they write jokes for each other every Christmas Eve or whatever. They write jokes for each other that the other one hasn't seen. Him and Michael Che. Michael Che always makes Colin say hella racist shit. And then Colin had to read a joke about her vagina after having a baby. And instead of like going insane online, she laughed about it because it's funny.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude,
she's a good sport.
Some actors just seem like they take themselves too seriously. She does not seem like someone that takes herself too seriously. And she could. She's fine as hell. I don't know if I said that, but she's fine as hell.
I mean, I feel like if a big part of your career, and I'm not trying to diminish any of the success she's had, because she's had more success than literally any actor ever.
Right.
That's been confirmed. I feel like if you've been in like a bunch of franchises like a Marvel or a Jurassic Park, you kind of have to understand not to take yourself too serious, because those movies don't take themselves too serious. Like, there are serious moments, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, it is a comic book movie. It is a Jurassic Park movie.
You're right.
I think that's only helped her become so popular.
Yes, you are correct. But those movies are serious. It's not like, it's serious business. Like, that serious business. Those movies print money typically. Yeah. I mean, I know there's been a little bit of a lull, but what people don't understand is that Marvel films in general changed everything, much like Jurassic Park changed cinema forever after it
Lady
came to
James's
the
favorite movie.
Favorite movie ever.
Favorite movie.
Her and her brother really bonded over it.
They really had a moment.
They had a moment over it.
Now they talk Jurassic Park all the time.
So what else we got?
We have this was a really wholesome news article, because it's talking about Hollywood Walk of Fame and how some people, they get either surprised by it, or people know ahead of time, like, hey, we're going to nominate you for the Walk of Fame. Keith David is at home. He's on like a Zoom call, and he's being recorded by like his family and stuff. And he's looking at who are the next Walk of Fame people going to be. The next actors get it. And then they call his name, and he is like so excited, happy, proud. It is a super, if you have time, you should watch it. It's a super wholesome moment. But the iconic, the legendary Keith M.F. David.
Dude, the greatest Spawn. He was the voice of Spawn.
Mhm.
And I feel like it would behoove them if they ever make a Spawn movie.
Yeah, because that's definitely still getting made.
Yeah. If they ever make a okay. Can I say something here? Let me say something.
Just
Elliot.
like Blade, definitely getting made. Wink.
Spawn was ahead of its time. It's not the greatest film in the world, but it was ahead of its time. I feel like if that movie was made 10 years later with better technology.
When was Spawn made? Was it in the 90s?
I was 13 when it came out.
Maybe early.
It was literally like 28 years ago.
28 years later.
But if it was made like 10 years after that, like 10 years after it came out, it would have hit so much harder. Michael Jai White, right, played Al Simmons, but it would be sick if like they had Al's character, but then when he's in Cape and Cowl, you know, it's Keith David's voice. Bro, chills. Because he's so sick. If you go back and watch, I actually went back and watched some of the HBO episodes.
Yeah.
They were fucking twisted. They were twisted and adult. Again, way ahead of its time. And goddamn, did he not just command that role?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, he always does. I mean, other roles like Goliath from Gargoyles that people still talk about to this day as his best voice acting role.
How has there not been a Gargoyles movie? Like, they're just sitting on that IP doing nothing with it.
And you talk about an actor who's okay with being kind of like a goof character.
Yeah.
He's the president of the United States in Rick and Morty on top of all of it. And he's fantastic. I mean,
he's just great.
He's had over 400 roles in a 50-year career. The guy is one of the greats. He's one of the greats. So congratulations to him.
I'm watching it right now.
He's also
he's freaking out.
Yeah, he was also the Arbiter in the Halo video games.
Yeah.
Arbiter, who a lot of people weren't sold on at first, and then you hear Keith David like, "Yeah, I'm locked in."
Yeah, I'm in.
Locked in.
It's Keith David.
Oh yeah,
yeah. No, for sure.
He also a great villain in Princess and the Frog.
Yeah,
and a great singer.
Yeah,
you forget about it. Like he can sing,
dude. It's just Keith.
Are you ready?
No, Keith David is one of those people that when you hear his voice, you know exactly who it is.
You know you're getting something good every time.
And the way he commands a scene in anything that he does is awesome. So he deserves every bit of recognition that he's gotten.
Didn't even talk about The Thing.
Was he in The Thing?
He was.
I don't remember because the last
him and Kurt
time
Russell were the final two.
Oh,
and they look at each other at the end like, we'll just wait here a bit because I wanted to see who was going to turn.
Right.
That's one of the great, like, what was the ending? You know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Keith David, you're the man. Let's go into the Man of Steel next. Superman, which from early kind of like critics and content creators, they're saying it's awesome, which I knew it.
Did we kind of assume that this was going to be the case?
I mean, thought this was going to be the biggest superhero movie of the year. And I think it should be.
I think Fan 4, if it's good, will give it a solid run for its money because of the implications of what they're doing with Fantastic Four. Although, because there has been, let's look at the two stink lines. Okay. We have Marvel's stink line, which is, been kind of stinky in the past few years.
It's been real stank.
DCU stink line. Pretty consistent. Although Man of Steel, highly underrated. I thought that movie was awesome. And there was really cool parts in the Snyder cut of Justice League. Okay. I'll give you that. There's cool like comic book moments. You know what I mean? Imagery. But Marvel kind of operated on a different level. Okay. Their stinkiness, they're trying to get out of the stank.
Yeah, they're really trying to funnel out the stank.
They're trying to get out of the pooper. If this is a beginning to getting out of the pooper, and let's not discredit the first look at RDJ potentially as Dr. Doom, that's going to be people paying the price of admission just for that. Now, with that being said, all signs point to a crazy, chaotic, very fleshed out, DC cinematic universe kind of experience.
Yeah.
And some of the clips I've been way into.
Oh,
like when he comes, he's like he's talking shit to Crypto, and he's calling the robots Superman robots.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is good.
I'm trying not to watch too much because I
only saw that one clip.
Yeah. So, but I have watched all the trailers and they look fantastic. And everything I see, the more I'm in on it. Early reviews saying it's great, which I wasn't too surprised about. Two post-credit scenes. That's been confirmed.
There's two.
So just remember that. Don't spoil it. Don't be a turd. And also, I try not to let this stuff bother me because I find it so stupid. But people going on the internet, and I'm not one of these people that says people on the internet suck because
people on the internet suck. We're on the internet. We suck sometimes.
No, I agree, but I don't try to just overstate it, right? Because we know it. We don't want to overfocus on it. But the people that are just now starting to get that, what? Superman is about treating people the right way with kindness? That Superman was an alien that got into the United States illegally and still helps people and fights a corrupt billionaire? What? I didn't realize Superman was so woke. He's been for 100 years.
Oh, wait, they're saying, oh, God, they're doing the whole woke thing now?
Yeah.
It's like the people that were listening to Rage Against the Machine, and they're like, why are they so political? It's like, are you fucking stupid?
It's their name's called Rage Against the Machine.
You fucking moron. Or the people, like, the X-Men were a clear analogy for civil rights, and people are like, why are the X-Men so woke? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Stupid fuck.
So James Gunn had some words. He was just said, like, screw them. Basic human kindness is something we've lost. It's a story of America. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, the guy, Superman, for the last 100 years, you've said truth, justice, in the American way. You know, treating people right. Sticking up for the little man. Go see Superman. Yeah. It looks awesome.
And, you know, it's just like the hot take fucking bullshit in, bullshit out that you get with these influencers that, I mean, bro, not to get political, and we're not. I'm just going to say, you know, that the flooding in Texas.
Yeah.
The amount of actual members of Congress saying it was due to the Democrats manipulating the weather should frighten the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah.
Frighten the fuck out of everybody. But with that being said,
it's okay. Ted Cruz is still in Greece having a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because remember when he was in Cancun?
Yeah.
And now he's in Greece?
Yeah, I remember.
Anyway,
I will say this. The Superman problem is real, though, because Superman is like a god.
He is.
You know what I mean?
He is.
And he has the Kryptonian weakness to kryptonite.
And magic.
You know? And magic.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, for the most part, he's a god on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that level of power, you know, when the power scaling just gets insane, it's just like the Dragon Ball Super problem. It's like, okay, they're this powerful. You need someone else more powerful to give them a run for their money.
Sure.
You got to keep on bringing in people that are more and more powerful. You know what I mean? Or else he's invincible. It's Man of Steel. Invincible.
Essentially, yeah.
And getting people to connect with him on a human level, I think it's going to be the biggest part of this movie, is that you connect with him in a human way. Because it's hard to.
When I think that's what makes Superman so interesting as a character, because he's trying to have that human connection. Mm-hmm. He knows how powerful he is. So he'll always feel like the outsider.
Right.
Which is why I think when you have that, like that effort of him trying to feel more human and to have these more human-like empathetic thoughts and emotions, that's the connect, is that he never asked to be this way. He shouldn't even be here, technically. Right. He should be dead,
right?
You know? And the fact that he's here and still standing up for people that he cares about, and it's very like nurture versus nature. I mean, I think that's one of the things that makes Superman such a compelling character.
Yeah.
It took me a while to really get into Superman. Funny enough, it took this movie to get me into really getting into Superman's character.
Yeah.
But that just shows how iconic of a character he is. Let's move on. From we talked about the American way and the story of America to democracy and managed democracy, Drew, because we need you, Helldivers. Helldivers 2, the Sony property, is now getting sent over to Xbox S and X for reinforcements because without you, we can't defend Super Earth.
I don't know why everyone gets mad about this. I think it's a good thing. I don't understand why people bitch about Xbox properties going to PlayStation. I don't know why people are bitching about PlayStation properties going to Xbox. It's like a little baby bitch thing that people do online. You talk about people that suck online. Talk about these people that are like, PlayStation better than Xbox. So how dare you send Helldivers to Xbox or Xbox? How dare you go and get Halo over to PlayStation? It's like, are you this is just good for everyone. It's like, dude, if it's a good game, exclusivity kind of sucks.
I agree. You know? I feel like I see both sides of that argument because I feel like you need like each company, whether it's Nintendo, Sony, PlayStation, or Xbox, I feel like you kind of need exclusives to help shape your brand. You know, like, yeah, like Xbox was Halo. It was Gears of War.
But they're not giving him like new properties. It's like the old
Halo,
stuff,
yes,
or shit that's been out for a while.
Gears of War's getting a new game.
It is, but will it? It probably won't go to PlayStation. I mean, day one. No, it'll probably be a year after it comes out.
No, I know, but I feel like you still need like exclusivity for your properties, or at least your top three. We'll say top. Helldivers, yeah, it should go to all platforms. Right. You know, like those kind of games where it's kind of heavy on online. I think that's fine, but I feel like your major, like God of War should stay PlayStation. Ratchet and Clank, you know, your iconic staples.
But God of War technically went to a Microsoft platform, dude. You can play it on Windows. You know?
I get it.
You get what I mean?
No, I get what you mean, and I don't think it's a bad thing, but I also think there should be some like otherwise, what's to stop people from just getting like a Steam Deck because it's going to be on Steam or Microsoft,
but
and
see,
then you can just play anything.
There's not. But I do agree with you that I understand that.
Like, could you imagine playing Mario on your Xbox? That'd be weird, man.
But look, brand identity matters. I totally get that. But let's look at the adverse effect of that. Nintendo's IP is so locked down, and they run their shit on a potato typically, and they're so heavy-handed with monitoring how their stuff is being used and played that it's almost a detriment to the brand itself. That if you're not a diehard Nintendo fan, like if you look at the people that are like Nintendo influencers, they are all about Nintendo and basically Nintendo only. Like they'll play other games, but they love Nintendo. Yeah. Whereas like me, I'm a casual. I'm like, yeah, I like some of their games. Not all their shit does it for me. But it is a detriment when like you're being so heavy-handed that you can't play Smash Brothers at Evo, right? Because of Nintendo's heavy-handedness.
No, I agree. Nintendo does a lot of things that I don't appreciate.
No.
But
anti-consumer, if anything.
Yeah, like very. But you also see the Nintendo success rate of selling consoles.
Yeah, but dude, it's like that's not necessarily a bottom line, or how I should say, it is not a good representation of people. Like the early adopters were going to buy that console no matter what. I was going to buy a Nintendo Switch 2 no matter what.
I should have waited for Bonanza.
Dude, that game is going to be lit.
I think that game's going to be in contention for Game of the Year.
That game is going to be so sick.
Oh, yeah.
You know what it is? It's like an old school. Remember Banjo-Kazooie? Like the old school.
We got a story about them in a second.
Do we?
Yeah. We got rare talk here.
Well, that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of just a modern Rare game. Mm-hmm. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
And Rare.
Well, and I mean,
God bless its soul.
Yeah. Might not be all dead yet.
All right, let's see.
Speaking of. No, I'm not going to. Speaking of all dead, The Last of Us Season 3. Season 1, great television.
Probably one of the best single seasons of television in history.
Season 2, bit of a letdown. I think that's fair to say.
A little bit.
I think that's fair to say. So Season 3 is happening. We know this.
Yeah, we knew.
There might even be a season 4.
There is. There's a plan.
There
season
is.
4.
Yeah. But season 3 is going to be without Neil Druckmann, the chief of Naughty Dogs. He went. He wanted to wait until season 2 was done and before season 3 really started filming and really started like going with production. But he's decided now it's the time to move on. He's going to be focusing on future Naughty Dog projects, their upcoming video games.
Their next game, I'm hyped for it. People are, the standard internet shitheads were like, oh, this is fucking woke. It looks tight. The Heretic.
Yeah.
It looks
I don't know
sick.
much about it, but I trust anybody that worked on the video games of The Last of Us or Naughty Dogs in general. Typically,
it looks
I can
sick.
trust.
It looks like a sci-fi 80s futuristic love letter to like 80s movies. That's what it looks like to me. And it's filled to the brim with like futuristic 80s imagery.
Okay.
And I'm like, dude, I'm fucking in. I'm in.
I mean, with what they did with the Uncharted series and what they've done with The Last of Us, how do you not think they're going to not make another huge success?
Incredible game. Yes.
So let's get back to the show, though, because Craig Mazin will be leading season 3 solo. He's been a part of season 1 and 2.
He's a showrunner.
Yeah. So we'll see. We kind of know how season 3 is going to go. It's probably just going to be from Abby's perspective. Essentially the same timeline leading up into a season 4, if I had to guess.
Craig Mazin is batting 1,000, dude. Craig, with the exception, okay, yes, Last of Us season 2, there were some issues. But Craig Mazin also made another single season of television that was probably the best in history with Chernobyl. Okay.
Yeah.
So he has a tried and true vision to what he's doing. Maybe getting Druckmann out of the way may be a good thing.
I also think focusing on Abby might be the right play right now.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see where season 3, how season 3 stands up.
I still think this is a product of casting. She's a great actress. I'm not saying she's not. She's a great actress. She looks too young. It's not believable. I think that is the single biggest problem they have. I guarantee you if they had someone, well, and it's also the way that she is a smart ass about everything, like not taking as serious.
I mean, Ellie, what in the games is a smart ass.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. My problem was, why did it feel like her partner was more on a revenge trip than her?
Yeah, yes.
That was my thing.
If they would have gotten a different actress, because Bella Ramsey clearly can do that shit talk really well, like that kind of a character. And again, she's a great actress. I'm not saying she's not. I'm saying she is too young, and they characterized her in a way like you didn't feel the fucking rage she had.
It was missing. I mean? It was missing, and that's what I wanted more than anything.
I think they should have just recast her for season 2. That's my opinion, and I'm not going to back down from that. And no, I'm not being a hater. I'm just saying I think that was their single biggest problem. Yeah. But
let's get into, I'm going to save all of the anime stuff for the end, because they're small things, but they're big things for the community.
Yeah.
But let's get into Microsoft here, because Microsoft made major headlines last week as they had mass layoffs, primarily in the gaming division of the company. It is reported that 4% of their workforce was laid off, and that's around 9,100 people. So games, essentially a lot of the rare games and rare properties, Perfect Dark, that was going to come back. It's not. Everwild, I'm sorry, that's gone, and other rare projects were scrapped or canceled due to the layoffs. So this is brutal for employees, so I am sorry. There is 2 things here, because there was a rumor going around that in the Nintendo 64 Classics menu for the Switch, they saw photos of DK64. DK64 was one of the best platformers on the N64 period. You don't agree?
I'm
I'm not saying it was better than Mario 64. I'm not even saying it's better than Banjo-Kazooie 2. Banjo-Tooie.
Banjo-Tooie.
But DK64 was awesome. You got to play as a bunch of different Kongs. They all had different powers. They had guns. They were carrying... Diddy was carrying 2 blickies.
They're blicked up.
Yeah. Dude. And plus the DK rap, iconic.
Oh, God.
So if you bring back DK64, either right after or right before Bonanza, you got DK fever, baby.
Yeah. No, I'm, again, not to tread
it.
Swam waters, but dude, I am so in on Bonanza.
Mhm.
It looks so good. Everyone that's played it has said that it's just incredible. Like, you get sidetracked off of so much shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like you just, there's so much cool shit to do,
Mhm.
and he just moves so gracefully
Yeah.
through everything that it's just fun.
Well,
dude.
it's no surprise that some of the people that worked on Odyssey are a part of this one as well. So, and it even has that kind of Odyssey look, but just like if Hulk was in a Nintendo game,
right.
which is what we've all wanted with Donkey Kong.
Yeah, no, pretty much. Like, just let's just have fun, and that's the biggest thing that everyone's saying. It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's like fun. That's the point of the games. The point of the game is to have fun. So, or you can, when they were doing it, someone made an effort to get to a section that he shouldn't have been in, and the game allows it. And they're like, oh, sequence breaking. Like, you can break sequence to get to like secrets and stuff when you're not supposed to. And I appreciate games that allow that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm stoked on that.
All right. Last couple of things here, all anime related. Chainsaw Man movie's coming out in October. We've seen the trailers. They were out a while ago. They reiterated the trailer again because they had the Crunchyroll Expo. It looks so good.
It looks beautiful.
It looks beautiful.
I have one problem.
What's the problem?
One of the most iconic parts of that arc is when Denji is riding the shark,
Mm-hmm.
like riding
Yeah,
the
Shark Devil.
and they give you just a glimpse of it. And I was like, man, that would have been, for the people that don't know, that would have been a really cool
Like surprise.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I do like the way they interpreted the explosions of being like multicolored.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. You know, but it is, the other thing that I have wrong with it is that it's so frenetic, like so kind of all over the place and fast that it's kind of hard to focus on. You know
Right.
what I mean?
But I mean, that in a sense is Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
It is so chaotic and crazy. It's easy to miss a lot of things because of just all the crazy BS that's happening.
Right.
But I will say, I felt people didn't appreciate season 1 of Chainsaw Man. Not enough people did.
I thought everyone was hype on that shit.
Oh, man.
It's good.
It's so good.
It just, the only thing with, when I read the manga, I cracked through the whole thing.
So did I.
Like,
I'm
just-
weekly.
Yeah,
I'm still weekly.
I'm not. I cracked through the full first run of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of want the second run to like kind of gain and then go back.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about Chainsaw Man's anime that just became a little too much for me. Not in terms of like, I don't know. It's just like too much. Like there's just too much depressing shit in it that I was like, okay, I need a break. It's just too much at times.
Oh no, it was super depressing.
And
but
this isn't even the most depressing shit about Chainsaw Man.
This is literally the tip of the iceberg.
This is the tip of the iceberg
Yeah.
of the depressing shit that happens in that anime, dude.
But the animation in that season was so gorgeous.
Yeah.
I just loved it. Another thing that's super depressing, Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Studio Trigger's baby on Netflix. They don't miss Studio Trigger. They really don't. Season 2 is officially in the works with Netflix. So get ready for more pain, but don't worry. And I guess spoilers. They made it very clear. Hey, David's dead.
David's dead.
David's dead.
David's dead.
I don't know if you know this, but David,
He's dead.
super dead.
David's dead.
Super dead.
Yeah.
So they've got a new crew for season 2. I'm all in.
Do you think Lily's going to be in it?
I don't think she needs to be.
It was interesting what they did with those characters to make you give a
Mhm.
shit about them.
Yeah,
Like,
no. The fact that they were only in, like, some of them were only in like 2-3 episodes, and that you cared so deeply for them. Just shows how good of a story it was.
Right.
I think you should just go entirely new.
That's what I thought.
Maybe make like a little Easter egg of like hearing one of her cases or something, but let her go. Yeah. That story is done.
Although Lily's going to be a guest character in Guilty Gear.
Which is cool.
Just a few weeks.
Which is cool.
But
I think it's better to just let that story be that story and then go with the new story.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is what Cyberpunk's all about anyway.
It should be like that. Yeah.
Right. Crunchyroll Anime Expo, couple of announcements. Black Clover, after like a 4-year hiatus, coming back. To the people that have seen Black Clover but haven't started Black Clover, you've seen the clips, whatever, just get, and I hate saying this, but you got to get past the first like 30 episodes.
Yeah, I tried. I was like,
first 30, once you get to the water temple, that's when Black Clover is like, oh, it's that. It's that good.
So you're saying if I invest enough time to get through the 30 episode run, that episode 31.
Hey, boss, what are your thoughts on Black Clover?
I fucking love that anime.
There you go. It's good. You just got to get past. Once you get to the water temple, that's when Asta, he really comes into his own, and he doesn't come off as like yelly annoying. And the first 15, 20 episodes, that's all he sounds. And you're like, God, I can't do this.
Right.
And then he starts like, he starts chatting up. And you're like, okay, I can get behind this. Then Water Temple, he's that guy. He's that guy. We also got ReZero Season 4, ReZero Season 3, probably one of the stronger seasons. We got Mushoku Tensei Season 3. A lot of people hate or love that show. I get it. Rudius isn't a great person. He's an interesting character, though, and the world building is incredible. Also, from the creators of Full Metal Alchemist, you have Daemons of the Shadow Realm that was announced. Anything Full Metal Alchemist related or from that creator is guaranteed to be good. So you're probably getting a brand new great anime from them.
Guaranteed, Guaranteed to be good, Elliot?
A lot of people say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is one of the greatest anime adaptations of all time.
No, clearly
so if you're getting something from that creator, odds are you're going to get something great.
We'll see.
There you go. There's all of my notes.
All of Elliot's notes. Good job, Elliot.
I know. I do so well.
We're going to take a slight break. We'll be right back and do some sports. That's coming up next. Big shout out to Groggs Traditional Irish Pub at the northeast corner of Willow and Knees. Not only do they house the Do Over podcast for taps and takes, but they invited us to go blow it up on St. Patrick's Day live on scene. Now that that's done, it's easing us into summer and it gets hella hot here in the Central Valley. Groggs prides themselves on being the coldest drinking establishment in the Central Valley. Literally go down there, get a nice cold pickleback, get a nice cold Guinness, throw it back and leech off that free AC, son. Support Groggs because they support the Do Over podcast. And we're back. Yes, we are back once again. Thanks to Groggs Traditional Irish Pub.
We love you.
Come on down here. Wear a sweater.
Hey, zoom in here. We love you.
Right there.
We love you.
Right in that face. Loves you so much. But make sure you wear a sweater because it's nice and cool up in here.
I'm a bit chilled.
And that's a good thing.
A little chilly.
Especially in this town. Now, Elliot.
Yes.
You know what time it is. Sports. And Elliot loves the sports. Sports. What do you got with sports?
We got a lot, man.
WNBA. Empty.
Yeah. I mean,
we said what we needed to say last week.
Well,
justice for Caitlin Clark.
Well, not only that, Angel Reese has been balling lately. Been balling. Got to give her that.
No, that's fine.
She's been balling.
That's a good thing.
I agree. Let's get into the NBA though, because we had a ton last week as NBA free agency really got the ball dribbling in that sense. Kevin Durant went from just a trade to Houston, which turned into like a 7-team trade. I don't know. It was crazy, but we got some stuff going on. The Orlando Magic threw some big dough to their star, Paolo Banchero. giving him a 5-year Supermax rookie contract extension for $239 million.
Oh.
He was averaging 25.9 points, 7.5 rebounds, 4.8 assists while shooting 45% from the field. So big ups to the Orlando Magic, who, you know what they're sniffing?
What?
You know what they're seeing?
What?
They're seeing a little blood in the water right now because the East is wide open. East is wide open. They just got Desmond Bane from the Grizzlies. They just re-signed Paolo. So they're feeling like they could have a real shot at making some moves here and making some noise here in the Eastern Conference moving in, with Boston kind of reeling, the Pacers essentially done. Look out for the Magic next year.
You're thinking, huh?
What?
You're thinking?
Drew, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Do you believe in magic?
I believe in magic.
Ooh.
Do you believe in magic?
Next, we got ourselves a little 3-team trade because we got the Miami Heat making a splash in free agency as well as. And this is why I wish. Or do me a favor, put a puppet right here, right, and make that puppet Eddie.
Okay.
Because his beloved LA Clippers have been making some moves. They made a move here.
Oh, yeah.
They traded away Norman Powell in a 3-team trade. So the Clippers get John Collins, young athletic player in the NBA. The Heat get Norman Powell, who was just an all-star this past year, best year of his career. And the Utah Jazz get former NBA champion Kevin Love, Kyle Anderson, and a 2027 draft pick. It feels like the Heat are going to still be an 8 seed and play in the play-in and still be like kind of good because they have a great coach. They still got Bam Adebayo and Tyler Herro. I just don't see how this moves the needle in any way for the Heat. They feel like they're kind of in like a NBA purgatory right now, especially after losing Jimmy Butler. The Clippers, and we're going to get to their next potential move with Bradley Beal, but it feels like, yeah, they're good when healthy. James Harden had a great year. That's why he got a 2-year extension for $81.5 million. Kawhi Leonard was great when he was available, but are they still going to be the 4th, 5th best team in the West? And is that going to matter against a Denver? Is that going to matter against a Timberwolves? Is that going to matter against a Thunder team? We'll see. But the Clippers are trading away Norman Powell, and they have said to have interest in former All-Star Bradley Beal. Now, Bradley Beal with the Wizards, when healthy, was awesome. Former All-Star. Gets traded to the Suns, and you're thinking, oh, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, this is going to be an awesome trio, and the Suns are going to be a force. Well, that never panned out because Bradley Beal barely played, and when he played, it wasn't great, and he was a huge cap hit for the Suns. So we'll see what the Clippers get with Bradley Beal. They kind of want to pair him with James Harden, so you kind of have a 2-guard shooting kind of duo with Kawhi Leonard. But again, the Clippers just feel like the 4th, 5th best team in the West, which is good,
right?
But it's not great. And then, of course, we have the New York Knicks, whose only acquisition, I should say, was getting a head coach. Now, they replaced Tibbs, who helped them get to the Eastern Conference Final, their best run in 25 years. They did, however, get a very good offensive coach in Mike Brown. Mike Brown with the Cavs and LeBron with the Kings when they had a really good team a few years back, was the assistant coach for the Warriors with Steve Kerr. So Mike Brown's a very good coach, and this might be kind of like the change of pace they need to rather focusing from like a super defensive team to a more offensive effort team. So we'll see what the Knicks get. The Knicks probably going to be the 2 seed going into the Eastern Conference this year, or they're probably expected to potentially even win the East this upcoming season. So the Knicks are in a good spot. We'll see if the change is too much for them. Now we go to the NFL.
Oh, Elliot.
Oh, Drew.
Because coming back is a couple things.
Couple of things going on.
Couple things happening. Fantasy football coming back. That's one. The fantasy football recap coming back.
About 2 months, yeah.
That's coming back. But NFL is what you live for.
Well,
You live.
I just feel like football season's the best time of the year. The weather changes. All the other sports start, like hockey, basketball. Baseball's in its playoffs. College football's on Saturdays. So you get football Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's just a great time. It's a great time for a sports fan.
Yeah, but it is for a sports fan, but you are tried and true. Pretty much anything else doesn't matter except for football.
No, that's not true.
You enjoy other sports.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you don't, but like football is like your thing.
Football is your comfort blanket, you know?
Yours?
I think for a lot of sports fans.
A lot of sports, yeah, but see, the problem with fandom is the same thing that you get with people that, Star Wars fans. Like, they get super mad. Like, they get mad over things that they're not in control of. So being fandom, being
a fan of anything
kind of sucks.
It does.
But
we also love it.
I'm just like this. I'm feeling great every football season. You know what I do, Ellie? I go like this. Everything's good.
No, you don't. You're a spite fan.
I'm not a spite fan.
You're a spite fan.
I'm not a spite fan.
You are a fan of teams I purposely do not like.
That's not true.
That is 100% true.
What? Who do you think my favorite team is?
I know who it is.
Who is it?
Those San Francisco 49ers.
Red and gold!
Bang, bang, Niner gang. Me and my best friend went to see Avatar, and he wasn't obnoxious at all.
He wasn't watching
me and my giant gold chain watching the game during Avatar 2 with the volume on. Wasn't annoying at all.
No, not at all. Not at all, Elliot.
Yeah, because you were like, "Hey, man, can you move that over?" Yeah, this Avatar movie kind of buns. Nothing compared to the Thursday night banger.
Yeah, this movie is stupid. Can I watch your phone with you? And he's all,
I thought you'd never ask. Yeah.
Okay. Continue.
All right. But the NFL news this week isn't necessarily so much football news as it is more stadium news.
Yeah.
Because we have Ohio Governor Mike DeWine. He was whining and dining for some money because he assigned a 2-year, $60 billion budget that sets aside $600 million in unclaimed funds, which I don't know how places have unclaimed funds, for a new Cleveland Browns stadium. The governor signed a budget late Monday night, so yesterday, about 45 minutes before the midnight deadline. The Haslam Sports Group, the owner of the Browns, had requested that the state help build a new $2.4 billion dome stadium in the suburb Brook Park, south of Cleveland, about 15 minutes from where the original stadium is, or about 15 miles, I should say. DeWine has proposed doubling taxes on sports betting to help the Browns. How could you? As well as the Cincinnati Bengals and other teams that might seek facility upgrades. But the legislation used some of $4.8 billion in unclaimed funds the state is holding on to, in small sums residents left behind from dormant bank accounts, uncashed checks, and forgotten utility deposits. Currently, there is a 10-year timeline before the money reverts to the state.
Okay, that makes sense.
I get some people are upset because they figure the way I look at this one is kind of like Santa Clara and Candlestick, kind of old stadium getting built into a new one outside of San Francisco or outside of the main city, which Candlestick was iconic. And so is the Dog Pound, Dog Pound. I don't have necessarily a big problem with this one because it doesn't affect me because I'm in California and this is in Ohio.
Right.
Those Ohio Gooners. And two, I guess Browns fans could use something new, something nice.
They need something.
But I also hate that it's a dome. And I understand why it's a dome. Because you can host more events with the Cleveland weather.
Right.
So, like in case you wanted to do like March Madness in there, which we'll get to with Kansas City. That's what they kind of want to do. So in concerts and stuff like that, you can just host more things. I also, though, teams like Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Baltimore, Cleveland, Green Bay, those Midwest teams, New England, in a sense, like those are football weather towns.
Right.
You want that snow. You want people to deal with the elements. when you make it a dome, it just comes off very soft.
Is that your opinion?
Kind of. And then also, you're probably going to put turf into it. And turf has been known to destroy knees.
Yeah. That shouldn't be legal.
Agreed. But yet, it's probably cheaper. So we'll go with turf instead of maintaining grass.
You could still grow grass in a dome.
You can.
You could.
You can. And the NFL has more money than God.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I just don't take away football weather. That's what makes football special.
Well, that's your play because you're a Green Bay Packers fan and they play in the snow all the time.
Yeah. But same with like Chicago, same with Pittsburgh, same with Baltimore, same with New England. Like those snow games, those weather games, that's what makes football so special. Those games always stand out above the rest.
No, yeah, I could see
Same
that.
with Buffalo.
Yeah.
You know? But now let's move to Kansas City. Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City and the Chiefs and the Royals have themselves a stadium kind of kerfuffle because the Kansas Legislative Committee has extended a deadline for the Chiefs and the Royals to take advantage of a new stadium financing plan for the state. It's getting pushed back. The new deadline is going to be June 30th, 2026. Although the committee has indicated that it is seeking answers from the teams by December 31st of this year. So the big thing with Kansas City is the owners and Kansas Cityers, Kansas Cityites, I don't know, Kansas City folk. How about
Kansitians?
We're going to say Kansas City folk. You can, if I miss anything, you can correct me. The owners wanted to build a new stadium and they wanted the taxpayers to pay for it. The taxpayers voted against it. Jackson County, the one that homes the Chiefs, they didn't want to pay for it. So they said, bro, you can afford it.
Right.
You're a billionaire. Pay for the renovations yourself. It's your stadium.
Right.
Right. Why should we have to pay for your renovations?
I will say, okay, before you continue, they're right, but they're also wrong because if that is where the stadium is, there's a lot of commerce and tax revenue that comes directly into that county because of the team. So it's like a tit for tat kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, he's a billionaire. You should pay for it. Copy. However, that stadium and that team being there brings in a lot of local commerce and tax revenue to that not only county, city, and state.
Yeah. So last year, Jackson County voters defeated a sales tax extension that would have helped to finance an $800 million renovation of Arrowhead Stadium, home of the Chiefs, and a $2 billion ballpark district for the Royals in downtown Kansas City. Last month, however, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe, apologies if I got that wrong, called lawmakers into a special session to approve a stadium financing deal that included disaster relief for the St. Louis area, where a series of devastating tornadoes caused widespread damage. The legislative authorized bonds covering up to 50% of the cost of new or renewed stadium in Missouri, plus a $50 million tax credit for each stadium and unspecified aid from local government.
Well, what they're saying is that they also use that to house people in case of
emergencies and stuff like that.
In case of emergencies and inclement weather, like weather devastation, which again is a positive. I think that, dude, I get it. I'm so sick and tired, especially recently, with all of our tax revenue going to rich people. I get it. But this is kind of a different situation. This is like a different situation. This isn't just like, hey, your tax money is just going to these rich assholes. It's like there is a symbiotic relationship with these towns and the sports teams. There really is. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, I don't know.
Well, and
I think you have to look at it like that. I mean, it's the same problem that they have with the A's. Yes, I understand what your problems are with the A's. But the city of Oakland, just the legislative side of the city of Oakland, was not too kind to the Oakland Athletics. They weren't. And if you want to incentivize commerce coming in, tax revenue coming in, you need to kind of work with those people because they do employ a shit ton of people. And a lot of commerce happens in that very defined space. You kind of have to do that.
My thing, there's a difference though. the owners of Kansas City and the owners of the Royals, they've said, we are going to find a way to stay here. We're not moving. We're not going anywhere. We will always hang on.
You're overlooking what I'm saying. Okay.
Fisher, with the A's, has always wanted to not be in Oakland. And when he bought the team, he has made it his mission to not spend any money on players until he needed to keep his tax revenues. He has always tried, when it came to San Jose, and then he backed out of that deal, Oakland, and when Oakland matched his deal, he said, no. And now they're maybe in Las Vegas in 5 years, but they still haven't financed a plan yet. The people in Nevada don't want it. And he's having Sacramento pay for everything in Sacramento.
Yeah.
So it's very different.
Okay. I'll give you a couple of those points. I still think not all of them. That's all I'm saying.
And look, I agree with you that the city of Oakland, the people running Oakland, haven't done a great job.
No, they haven't.
I agree with that.
And there is blame there. I'm not saying all the blame. Even if his whole mission was to move it, I get it.
But to insinuate the fans of Oakland are the problem is my big beef. And that's what Fisher tried to make Oakland look like.
The city of Oakland should have been a little bit more like this. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. A little bit. It goes far away.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to soccer here.
Okay.
Because we had the Gold Cup finale, Gold Cup final. USA, Mexico, a historic rivalry. USA takes the lead early, 1-0. But Mexico kind of runs away with it. And I say run away with it because although the score was a final of 2-1, Mexico was in control of a lot of that game. Mm-hmm. There was a very clear handball that Mexico had that the USA didn't get.
Where were they
which
playing?
Could have... they played in the United States.
Really?
Yeah, the Gold Cup was in the United States.
They didn't call it, huh?
They said, some people speculate that because I believe it was in Houston, the final, and they were saying, and this is just internet, experts, so bear with me, because it was in Houston. Houston has a very heavy Mexican kind of population, and a lot of people from Mexico probably came up to see it, that it could have influenced the refs. Mm. However, a handball is a handball. Call it. And when you're using it to stay up, holding the ball to stay up, that's a handball.
Yeah.
But anyway, Mexico just outplayed America and at the end of the day. So it just shows that both of these teams probably not going to make a whole lot of noise other than hosting the World Cup. And we got to next year. I don't know when the United States will ever get a World Cup caliber team.
I will love if there was like that underdog story, a la the Fresno State Bulldogs World Series of college football team, which I watched live, by the way. I watched that run live.
Awesome run.
Oh my God. Historic. Where they get off the bus, everyone's laughing at them, and then they beat the shit out of everyone. I would love that.
Yeah.
For a World Cup caliber team to come out of the United States would be insane, dude.
Right. And we get this every 4 years.
And then we would call it soccer.
Yeah, we would. And almost every 4 years, we somehow make it out of the group stage, maybe win one game, so we make it to the round of 16, and then we lose. How we don't have a world caliber team drives you crazy.
Just because there's not a lot of emphasis on the sport.
No,
here.
I get it. And soccer is growing here, which thank God.
It's been for decades now.
Yeah. But that World Cup where we get that,
I know.
When we get that, finally, we get like our LeBrons, our
question.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Olympics only happens once every 4 years. Do you think we'll see that in our lifetime? At least a top four. A top four, not even winning. Do you think we'll ever see in our lifetime? Me and you have maybe 10 more, 12
10 more World Cups.
10 to
probably.
12 more World Cups in our lifetime. Do you think we'll see a top four U.S. team?
I'm going to say yes.
You're going to say yes.
I'm going to say in the next 40 years, the United States will make the semifinals of the World Cup.
All right.
If we can't do it in 40 years,
I know.
We should give up the sport completely.
No, you're right.
We should give up the sport completely.
We should just be not participating.
No.
Like, if we can't do it in 40 years.
The United States in 40 years can't make it to the semifinals.
Korea can get top 4, bro. Didn't Korea win once?
Let's check. I don't know.
I think Korea won once.
No. No.
They got far one
They
year.
have, okay, their best result, though, you are right. They have reached the semifinals. So they did make a top 4.
I told you.
I don't know if they've ever been ranked 4th in the world, but they did make a semifinal.
If South Korea can do it, how the fuck can we not?
That's what I'm saying. I'm with you. And we have the biggest talent pool in the world. In the world. How we don't figure this out.
Some of the most insane athletic prowess comes out of the United States. How can we not?
I would say the top 1% of the great 1% athletes come from the United States.
Yes.
How do we not figure out soccer?
I don't know, dude.
Anyway, last thing, baseball, MLB, Dodgers pitcher Clayton Kershaw has officially hit the 3,000 club. He has recorded 3,000 strikeouts. For your Dodger fans, there you go.
There you go.
And you also have the richest team in baseball, so you're probably going to be great forever now. So congrats to you.
New York Yankees.
Congratulations. Yeah. Also, Manny Machado from the Padres has officially hit over 2,000 hits. Yeah. So you got 3,000, 2,000, rivals, Padres, Dodgers.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm also in like this, I'm kind of like a baseball nomad right now.
Yeah.
So you know what, chat? What team should I root for?
The Detroit Tigers, Elliot. Jump on this train because they always suck. So it doesn't matter.
They're really good this year.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
I haven't even been paying attention. I just assumed they sucked.
Tigers are good this year.
Go Tigers. I'm going to crack out my Detroit hats.
I'm telling you, man. Tigers are legit this year. Tigers are good.
I watched the A's play on 4th of July. They won. They did great.
Cool.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Anyways, there you go. There's Taps and Takes.
Taps and Takes.
We enjoyed ourselves. We enjoy you.
We love you.
Listening. Remember to like and subscribe. Do all that stuff. It's free to do so. Just click subscribe.
And if you don't, Orc's going to turn you into a puppet. Show him, Orc.
Yep. Show him. All the listeners are puppets.
Orc.
All of them are puppets.
Yeah. Make a little cloud.
Anyways, we got to get the fuck on out of here. But thank you for hanging out with us. Thanks to Groggs Traditional Irish Pub. And until next week, gotta go love you. Bye.
Subscribe.